Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Shades and Trades here. We're going to go over Cybl. I was pulling up their headlines and their share structure, looking at a bunch of other things. And of course, I was looking on Twitter to see what the overall sentiment is. Right now, obviously, the market is absolutely pumping on the Trump win. And yes, as you guys can see, or maybe you can't see. No, you can't see. Yeah, I did get a gaming chair. Finally, it arrived. But I also got the Rumple Mints. Where's the kid? There we go. There you go. HD. Yeah, I did end up getting the Rumple Mints. The pumpkin spice rum chata. I don't know what that's going to taste like. It's either going to be horrible or it's going to be great. And believe it or not, I've never tried Bailey's original Irish cream. I've heard good things about this one, but I never tried it. I usually I'm not kidding. I usually just stick to Rumple Mints. Like, maybe because it's 100 proof. No. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm excited. It's a good day today, because a lot of money being made right now on those pumps in the market. As for Cybl, you guys know me. I'm excited for the incoming pump. I'm waiting for 0.012 and under. I'm waiting for that. So I keep looking over here, like the camera's over here. I gotta remember it's right here. Yeah, there we go. That's where I have to be looking. But either way, not that it matters. We're about to switch over to the. I was looking for SEC findings, but I don't. There's nothing. So I kind of was like, okay, I guess we're gonna have to go to OTC markets and see what's going on there. And we look back as far as 2021. We go way back in time, because you guys got to look at data in hindsight as well. You got to look back and see, like, how far have they come since they first dropped the PR here and on OTC markets. So July 2021, Cybl issues monthly recap with key accomplishments. We go over to the PR. We look at their PDF. And just I want you to see how far we've come since then. This is that very first PR. It's pretty bullish. If I do this with eyeless, it's going to look bad. Hey guys, since the first eyeless PR, they've done absolutely nothing. The very first PR that they dropped here on OTC markets, okay? Dear Cybl community, July was a very busy month. We reduced our authorized share level from the current 20 billion share level to 8.75 billion. And if we go to OTC and we look at the current share structure, you see that the authorized shares are sitting at 7 billion. They have a ton of money now because of those contracts, and they're going to get more contracts. So they're just going to have hand over fist money going into 2025. And by 2026, I mean, they're going to be worth hundreds of millions, in my opinion. Maybe I'm being a little too bullish. Maybe I'm the one going woo, woo. But I think by 2026 they'll just have so much money, so much cash on hand. They could, technically speaking, reduce the authorized shares and outstanding shares. I think they have the money for it, because AITX, they've grown as a company, but they don't get these huge contracts. They don't get government contracts. They barely, I think, they're barely scratching 20. They're barely knocking on the $20 million revenue door. Cybl has already surpassed that because of the government contracts. That's why I'm bullish on this one. Like, think about that for a second. One government contract is all it takes for your company to make more money than AITX in the 3 years that have gone by, because that's how big of a deal a government contract is. But anyways, here's the best part. And I forgot to mention this back when I first made a Cybl video on this, when we first got out of CE. A 56% reduction in the authorized shares. And we do know that they do plan on reducing the outstanding shares. I hope someone does an interview with the CEO and asks, like, hey, what's the game plan for 2025? What about share buybacks? What's going on with all that? What's next? So hopefully we get that soon, probably with Buffalo Fireside Chats, I imagine. This provides enough strategic equity to achieve our growth plans while protecting shareholders from any unnecessary dilution. They don't dilute like crazy like AITX, and I don't think they will have to at this point with the amount of money they have and the amount of money they will have in 2026. No reverse split policy, preventing Cybl from a reverse stock split for up to 5 years. So until 2026. So you know what that means, right? It means we don't have to worry about. Here's the thing: you don't have to worry about dilution. You don't have to worry about reverse splits until 2026. We know they're going to reduce. They have the money, and they will. And if they don't have it now, they will have the money to reduce the outstanding shares, no problem. While still having money on the side to do whatever else they want to do, be it create a new product so that they can offer it, or put that money into research and development, whatever the case may be. They will have, if they don't already, they will have the money to be able to buy back the shares to bring this down. So, no reverse split policy. I completely forgot about that. So shout out to Twitter, because someone on Twitter sent me a message saying, hey, did you know about the no reverse split policy? You've never mentioned it. And I'm like, really? So their very first PR, they made it very clear. We're reducing the authorized shares. No reverse split until 2026. Unless they extend it, of course, because I know AITX does that. They keep extending their no reverse split policy. Because people love the no reverse split policy. No one wants to have to worry about waking up and now they're destroyed, essentially. We reported that the outstanding share balance of 5.1 billion included 700 million phantom shares. The effective outstanding share level improves the equity valuation for shareholders by 16%. We are expanding across government agencies, which they absolutely did. They did become pink current. They followed through on everything. That's insane to look back at this and look where we are now, 3 years later. They followed through on everything. They really did. They really did grow. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to go back in time and see like they really have grown. And you know what I believe? I believe in 2025, 2026 are going to be the best years for Cybl. I think we will see another run to 2 cents and maybe even 2.5. I think the biggest issue is people got too caught up in the moon market Telegram Discord pumps. Like too many of those pumpers jumped in and pushed up the price artificially. And but once we got them out of there, it's just organic price movement, which by the way, that just means the stock price is going to come down and just go sideways at some support level. That's really what that means, especially because it's OTC. So, like I'm saying, I think super bullish. We're all going to make a lot of money. Longs, good luck. I think you're not going to make a lot of money. This is OTC is a flippers game, but I will say, if this does go to a higher exchange, then you won't have to worry about this price action where the stock only moves when the volume comes in, then it dumps back down to support. So really, it needs to get out of the OTC, is what I'm saying. Cybl, I think that's it. But yeah, you guys remember when I said, hey, the PRs for Cybl, there were never any negative PRs. They've always been positive. You go through and scroll through. Introduces Flight Eye Drone Solutions leadership, achieves OTC pink market current information. And there was one here that, where is it? Okay, so around 2022, towards the end of the month of December, we got that CE designation, and they immediately, like a week later, so as you can imagine, it was a long week for shareholders. Again, we're looking back in the past year and try to use that to see what could happen in the future. But their first PR after they hit CE, what has been done? OTC experienced lawyers hired, OTC consultant engaged, government focused CPA consultant engaged. So they were already well on their way to hopefully get out of CE. At least that's what everyone was thinking back then. And another thing, longer term 2023, install full SEC process, complete audits, regain SEC compliance, and execute uplisting plan when appropriate. So this is what I'm saying. If this is still true here, then this is going to be pushed back to 2025, 2026, I would imagine. So all that happened is a 3-year delay or 2-year delay because of the CE designation. So this is something we can look forward to. And this is why I like looking at the past, because you can pick up on things like this. Install full SEC process. Complete audits. Regain SEC compliance. Execute uplisting plan when appropriate. So look forward to the next earnings and the next year and 2026 as well. I think those are going to be big. Anyone saying that I'm speaking negatively on Cybl, you're lying. This whole video has been positive. Because when I look back, I'm like, wow, I don't think people know what's coming. I know what's coming. What do you think I'm going to buy when it comes back down? You take advantage of the pumps and then you dump it and rinse and repeat. For longs, you're going to have to wait until it goes to a higher exchange to really see gains that hold, that don't just come back down and screw you over and over again. Cybl, if you have any contracts or news, today would be a good day to get out. I don't know why people do this. They're always begging. Like, please drop something so it moves up. Please, today would be a great day. Please, I don't know why that. Why do people do that? I don't get it. No patience is what I'm thinking. I have patience. Like, let me look into the camera. I have patience. Like, I can wait. You don't. I don't want you pumping it, CEO. Let it come down nice and cheap and then pump it. Don't pump it right now. Wait till it gets to support at least. But people love to beg for alerts. I don't know why that is. What's happening with our Cybl not going in the right direction? Anticipating another test of 2 cents. That didn't happen, obviously, because we're coming back down. Surprise, surprise. I don't care about talking politics too much here. Unless there's another Cybl nugget that drops, we will be range bound until Q3. Only 9 more days. It is to be expected, so no worries. Yeah, people don't have patience. They please pump it now, please. But yeah, it's gonna be range bound. So when it's range bound, guys, that's when you want to buy, and then dump it when it pumps. Let's see, Cybl, keep feeding the beast. I think that's it. I don't think I have to read any more of these. Yeah, we don't have to read any more of these. So there you go, guys. You don't have to worry about reverse split. You don't have to worry about dilution. They keep growing. They follow through on everything. It's almost like they're the opposite of eyeless. If I had to put 100K or even $1 million into one of these, I would go with Cybl.